Oh, wait a sec. Oh! Fuck off! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! A470, it's a nice road going up to Bilth Wells. Sun's finally come out, bit of in and out of showers, bit of a leg stretch. So we just thought we'd stop here, just see what's there going on. It's not that picturesque or anything, but yeah, we'll do more when we come back from Bilth Wells and see where we go. Okay, guys?
Yep, let's go.
Yep, let's go.
COVID-19 notice.
Cheers.
Right, what do you think about that?
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
He said business. I say his bike looked at the weather and went Italian. Fuck off here, I ain't going nowhere in the rain, eh? So what we got? We've got the BMW 1200GS, which is my one. We've got your KTM 1290 Super Adventure.
Yep,
and you've got your Yamaha T7 Tenere.
Yes, sir.
So, how was it up there? How was the journey up?
On the way in,
Yeah.
well,
Fucking wet.
Nothing to farm.
Are we saying where we are? Should we tell the viewers where we are?
I don't know, we'll do that in a minute, so we'll cut into that.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, right, okay.
We'll leave it as a surprise.
We come from Guildford in Surrey up to Merthyr Tydfil in Wales. Obviously, this year was supposed to be the big year of 10 days. Let's go across Europe, Dolomites.
Dolomites.
In June would have been awfully great, other than a certain fucking pandemic. Last week was about 185,000 degrees everywhere in the country.
It was at least, wasn't it?
This week's gone a bit Pete Tong on the weather front. How did your bike perform, Tovers? The T7, how did it keep up with the big boys?
This is it. Once initially it was not a problem keeping up because we could have had propellers and multi-hulls and we'd have been all right, wouldn't we? But once it dried out, it was all right actually, and it hasn't got the instant grunt for overtaking, so you've got to plan ahead of it, which I quite like, but you can absolutely just thrash it. But it was the thing actually. I wanted to see whether it would be like 700cc up against 1200.
Because you sold your MT10, didn't you?
MT10's gone.
MT10's gone. Yeah. Probably saved you from some jail time.
Yeah, it's getting a bit silly on MT10.
And being somebody's favourite friend in the showers.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was getting a bit mental, that MT10.
So what did you swap your MT10 for?
I bought a bicycle.
Fucking hell. He bought, not only did he buy a bicycle, he bought a fucking e-bike. So, moving on to the future. Your bike is up for potential replacement, Michael.
It is, yeah, we've been talking about it. So I've got the 1290 Super Adventure, which, fantastic bike. Struggle a lot with my little legs on it though, at times.
It is a sight to behold watching them.
How many times have you've dropped it with your missus on the back?
Just the once.
You dropped it with Mrs. P on.
There was a sort of Well, the thing is, when you
Michael,
when you get
oh, stand by. What's that?
What's going on?
Hello. Hello. You might fucking talk to me. Fucking PC, please.
It's the mastery of modern technology that I love.
the 1290, so I've had it on a 3-year deal, as most do these days, I suppose. So looking to change March time, I think.
But it's excellent though. I don't know.
No, it is lovely. Mrs. P doesn't like the back though. She keeps falling off. Well, she keeps not falling off, but she complains that the seat, the pillion seat, is flat. I had an XR before that, the S1000 XR, and she liked that because I was sort of down a bit, and she. Yeah. So we were talking about the F900XR, which seems to sort of fit the bill.
It's a bit lower to the ground.
A bit lower to the ground, and yeah, it'd be interesting. Have to
A lot
try
cheaper.
it. But we were talking amongst ourselves about, do we need really big bikes with big engines?
Yeah, that is the
So-
topic of the day, I think, isn't it?
Big bikes with big
Yeah,
engines.
GX, all the bits you go on. Because I've gone down the Tenere,
Yeah.
like there's nothing on it, and it's quite small route.
Yeah, you do miss I mean, all the electric gizmos. I mean, I don't use the well, I use the luggage thing and the pillion rider. It's got the electronic suspension thing.
Yeah.
But do you really need it?
Yeah. Well, how many times has your cornering traction control saved you from
Never.
a crash? Scully, you have that as well? Cornering
Possibly.
traction.
I'm a bit like, it's like Mrs S gets on the back and like it does something. The rest of the time it stays in dyno mode.
Yeah.
And
you've got a wet weather mode, and in the wet, like
yeah,
yesterday,
it's got rain
you were in
mode.
sport,
And did I
weren't
have it in rain mode yesterday? No, I was too busy hanging on in dyno
Yeah.
mode, which is sport
Uh-huh.
mode.
Yeah.
I was in sport. As I say, well, you found out you don't really need it.
Well, the thing is, has it gone too far? Have you got are there too
I
many
think
electrical
so. I think
things?
so.
Because my T10 had all sorts of electrical
Yeah, I mean,
doodles on it.
It's a bit of a shame we haven't got the Tuono here because that's fully laden with gizmos, isn't it?
you
I
haven't
bet-
got a fucking petrol gauge.
They're just adding too many
Bits.
and for me, it's got to the point where
Electric.
it's like there's just too much stuff, and they're too expensive, and there's
They are.
lots of things that could go wrong. That was my philosophy behind going with the Tenere. Is there's nothing on it apart from it has ABS because it has to.
Yeah.
Well, I do miss, I think, on some of the motorway stuff, the cruise control where it would be.
I was trying to be convinced by the dealership to go and buy the 1250, and I went, it was going to cost me £5,000 to change. And whilst I rode the 1250 and it was 10% nicer, it wasn't
So
five.
that's quite a lot, 10% nicer then.
No, it wasn't.
No, is it not?
No, I think it was probably 10% nicer because it was a brand new demo bike,
Yeah.
and but
What is the
mine's-
difference with a 1250 other than it's got 50?
It's got something to do with the cams and shit I don't understand. So do I need it?
Yeah, that's the point.
The thing about the Boxer engine is that I was tending to change my bike at around about the 10 to 12,000 mile mark, just as the bike engine is starting to get really sweet. You know, because it's running and it's had all those services and everything. And it's mine just had a 12,000 mile service, just couldn't come out to 14,000 miles at the moment, and it's running as sweet as a nut.
Plowing all that money into the bike, and see mine now, I think it's like 15.5, 16,000 new. They're doing some deals with
16,
current bikes, but I think there's a new version going to come out this year. But it's just such a lot of money. I know those BMW things. I mean, they're so expensive.
Oh, God.
Well, how much is a 1250 TE then?
I guess I'm going to take a flying guess that they start around about 17ish. Oh no, the base model starts about 13. By the time you put all the soils in it, you've got to be looking at 17, 18,000. You know, it's some serious bucks.
Yeah. It's a lot of money, isn't it?
It is. And not only that, I mean, the other thing is I went down the route of I was going to bling mine up this year. I decided I wanted to do some stuff to it, so I put an acro, a nice black acro on it. I didn't like the what?
Acro prop.
Acro prop, yeah.
Let's go with the rest of the scaffolding with it. Well, the scaffolding does give you good mounting points
Oh
for
yeah, plenty of mounting
all of your
points.
lights.
I like light. I do like a bit of light.
Yes.
So I found a company called Denali who make nice lights, quite expensive, but I've now got 4 extra spotlights on top of the 2 additional the standard BMW spotlights, and a sound bomb horn, and it's all controlled by some wizardry gadgetry underneath the seat.
Yeah.
And it
So
hasn't gone up in smoke yet.
people dogging with sheep.
Yeah, tell us about the 900
900.
XR. So
Well, I don't know a lot about. I was looking at on the Missenden Fire guy. He does a good review, but no, the thing is, it's from what I can see, it's the XR without the power.
Yeah.
Right, it's got 109 brake horsepower on a 2-cylinder engine.
Yeah.
Where the other one was
Well, that's 50 more than total straight away.
160 and a
160
4-cylinder,
yeah.
just fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
But do you need it? I mean, it's $5 cheaper, so
Yeah.
definitely worth a look.
It's the way it's going. I think there's going to be a death knell soon in the next couple of years of the big 12, the power race for the 160 brake horsepower, super adventures and stuff like that. People are going to go, hang on, do we actually?
I think it's just the expense of them though. Like
It is.
17 grand.
I know.
Is
So
ridiculous.
expensive.
You could buy a nice electric bicycle for that.
But ultimately, do you need it? I mean,
no.
these sort of 7, 8, 900cc bikes now are very powerful and very efficient for what they are.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was tooling along with you guys all right on the Tenere. I know I couldn't match the acceleration when you shot off, but you make up in the corners and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I was actually a bit worried on this coming on this trip that I wouldn't, I'd be like languishing at the back. But the thing it'll do 90, and you do 90.
It's like
Why do you want to go faster than 100? To be honest,
pick your roads. Pick your roads for the bike you've got. There is a BMW dealership in Cheltenham.
Yeah, but you want to go to Cheltenham for another reason.
I want to go to Cheltenham for another reason.
Yeah, tell us.
we have tried.
Tell us why.
Because there's a Harley Davidson dealer in Cheltenham. The two that I've got my eye on is the 114 cubic inch Softail Slim, which is like the very traditional.
These toys are serious. 114
cubic inches, which is 1866, I think, cc.
Right.
And the other one is the Low Rider S, which is just a bit of a fucking hooligan toy. I mean, having said that, and having talked about power, you've got all this power. Neither of them make 100 bhp.
And how big is that? How big an engine is that? Massive, isn't it?
1800.
Yeah, but it's all about the torque.
But it's enough that you want to divert us on our route back to Cheltenham.
Let's get this straight. I said I'm going to go home via Cheltenham.
I know. You had that look in your eye. I was like, "Can you come, boys? Can you come with me?"
And you said we might have to come along and take the piss.
Yeah.
And
we'll cut some of that video in as well.
And then whilst we were talking about it, I said to Mick, I said, "Oh, there's a BMW dealers in Cheltenham, and we could go and have a look at your."
Well, that would be interesting. Not so much the Harleys.
Oh, so that would be fucking interesting, but Harleys won't be.
No, exactly.
So, fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you. I should say something about my Tenere as well. I've done a long.
Oh yeah, we've done your Tenere to death. Is there any fucking videos in your Tenere? It's fucking latest porn star, isn't it? On BBB.
Well, with that then.
We'll cut that one there. You can have fun editing half an hour's chit chat later.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
Got a bit nice. So Scovy's got.
I've got much.
You got a crease over your ear. Nothing on the other side. What about mine? I must have done my.
Oh yeah, the gash wound in your head.